All right, Mark, what were your thoughts on the game against Newcastle? Obviously had a 2-0 lead there, but then it ended into a draw.
Yeah, obviously you come away from that and, you know, straight away after the game there's a lot of hurt and emotion. You know, particularly, you know, it feels like a defeat sometimes when you come in and you've lost a lead like that so late on. But we bounced back quickly. You know, we have a started a saying with the boys saying they'll give you 24 hours to celebrate a victory or to mourn a loss, so to speak, and then we have to get back to work and learn from it. So, yeah, there was a lot of disappointment in the camp directly after the game. The boys recovered the day after that on the Sunday, and then yesterday we did a lot of reviewing of the game, and that really highlighted that, you know, even though we didn't get the result we wanted, there was a lot of positives in the game. A lot of positives.
Talk us through some of those positives.
The physical output from the players. I mean, listen, everybody talks about the technical and tactical elements, but you know, that was our third game in 8 days, and the physical output from the players and individuals were fantastic. You know, individual players collectively, we were really strong from a physical point of view, and that's a tough ask to put on the players in such a short space of time with the travel we've had as well. So that was a real positive. And then just from elements of our play, of what we've been working on. You know, Abdul Faisal coming to the starting 11 and starting to implement the things we want him to do, and we know he can do, to fit into our structure. And yeah, you look at that. Just before we conceded a goal, we probably should have gone 3-1 up. You know, great chance from Docker. You know, it just hit the post and didn't quite drop for us in that respect. But we can take a lot from it. Of course we can. Everybody will get kind of bogged down with the result and influenced by the result, of course, and the last action which led to the corner and the goal, of course. But we can learn from that. Young players in the team can learn from that. Experienced players in the team can learn from that. That's important because you're always learning, and we can make sure we can build on that going forward.
How great was it to be able to play a double-header at home with the home fans and also be able to witness the women win the derby?
It's always good, yeah. We love those atmospheres at our ground. You know, when we get a chance to play back-to-back games with Emily's team, and you know we get in there. You know, a few of the lads are arriving for the game, and they're all coming out in the tunnel and watching it. Myself and Matt Simon watch the game as much as we can because you're still in that preparation mode for your game. So we always try and support each other, and you know, likewise with them staying on to support us as well. It's a great occasion. And like I said before, I said after the game, you know, it's bitterly disappointing for us as a group, but also the fans as well. You know, straight after the game, they want to win the local derby, of course they do. We wanted to do that, and then to lose it not lose it. Sorry, I'm saying that again, but to lose the lead in that kind of way was heartbreaking, really. But we'll learn from it. We'll get better, and we know what we need to do going forward now.
Going up against Perth on Friday, what does training look like for the next few days?
Yeah, we had a real recovery day yesterday, and kind of a reintroduction, as we call it, to the group. So they have a little bit of time on the pitch. The starting players or the players who played significant minutes have a little bit of time on the pitch, and then they go into recovery mode with what they do in the gym and ice baths and saunas and things like that. And then there's always a group there who didn't play as many minutes do a bit of a top-up session and a football session. Today it's going to be a little bit more intense, but again we won't go too hard on the players. We've got a big day of travelling tomorrow, and then we train in Perth then to try and acclimatise to their heat and their pitches and the time zone as well. So yeah, not too much today, but you know, we'll get some important tactical work in on the pitch.
And Perth, they've struggled a little bit this season, but they've also shown quite a bit of resilience, I guess you could say. What do you expect from them?
Yeah, they've brought some new players in. They've added to the squad. They've obviously got the resources to do that and do that quite competitively as well with the players they've brought in. But every club's different, of course. So we'll be expecting a tough game. Like I said, we've got a system how we adapt to the time zone and the travel and things like that. It's going to be a lot hotter over there as well, so we have to get used to that. But we'll be prepared for it. We know that they'll want to climb the ladder as quickly as they can, but we're in that position as well. You know, you've got two teams who want to move up the table, so we're expecting a really competitive game. We feel that they'll be aggressive. and high press. I think they'll try and take advantage of the amount of games we've had. But like I said to you before, the boys are showing fantastic signs that no matter what the travel is, they're putting in strong physical performances. So that's not a concern for us. But yeah, we're expecting a really, really tough game, but you know, we'll be prepared for that.
0-0 in round 3, Jacko. We just struggled to take chances on that day, but we were pretty dominant. Do you feel like we're in a better moment in the attacking third with how we're playing at the minute to put chances away in Perth?
Yeah, I remember that game. I think we had a lot of possession, but no real clear-cut chances. If I remember, we had opportunities, what I called them opportunities in the final third, but didn't really create much. I can remember we had a penalty shout which was overturned, which we were disappointed with at the time. But yeah, we'll be looking to probably implement our attacking style a lot more. And that was a real positive from the game against the Jets. We saw a lot more attacking impetus, a lot more direct play from our wingers, particularly Abdul Faisal coming on, and we created more chances. So that's what we're looking to do against Perth.